crimes in this country, violent crimes, as a matter of fact. What you have to look at is not singular anecdotes, but instead the actual data. Okay? Undocumented immigrants, by and large, per capita, cause less crime than natural-born U.S. citizens. This is a fact. Singling out one of those instances is no different than acting like it's always trans people that are doing mass shootings. We live in the United States of America, where, yes, everyone has a gun, including trans people. But if you look at the actual data overall, definitely not trans people that are doing a shit ton of the mass shootings, okay?
I don't think
this happens to every marginalized identity and every marginalized group. It does not matter. I don't mean, by the way, in totality. I mean per capita.
Of a 22-year-old nursing student in Georgia, Laken Riley, allegedly killed by a migrant. Governor Brian Kemp is now blaming the White House over its border policy. Our senior national correspondent, Steve Osunsami, is in Athens, Georgia, with more. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Rob. And authorities say that this young woman died of blunt force trauma and say that the man they have in custody used an object to kill her. Federal immigration authorities have now issued what's called a detainer for this murder suspect, which, had they done earlier, would have kept him from being released after his other arrests.
Students at the University of Georgia came together to say good things and to say goodbye to 22-year-old Laken Hope Riley.
It is so obvious to me why it feels so dark right now, and that is because we lost one of the brightest lights that there's ever been.
Devastating. A devastating situation. Like an innocent life taken, and then immediately everyone fucking turning around and being like, well, her memory is actually really valuable for us. We are going to cut propaganda towards like millions of people living on U.S. soil. It's nuts.
The nursing student from a school nearby was killed on the UGA campus while she was out jogging last week, and her murder has become a case in point in the debate over immigration in America. Police say that her alleged killer is this man, 26-year-old Jose Antonio Ibarra. He's from Venezuela, and according to federal officials, was let go after he was arrested for unlawfully entering the country near El Paso, Texas, a year and a half ago. Georgia's governor is demanding answers from President Biden and his immigration authorities.
Laken's death is a direct result of failed policies on the federal level and an unwillingness by this White House to secure the southern border.
Authorities believe Ibarra illegally entered the U.S. in 2022 and has several run-ins with law enforcement since then, but was paroled or released before customs enforcement agents could step in. His brother, who was also arrested for allegedly carrying a fake green card, was also arrested before by local authorities and released.
That competing trip that President Biden and former President Trump are taking to the U.S. southern border this week really matters to many people, of course, watching this case and to voters this election season. George.
Hi, everyone. George.